Hey, my name is Ryan with Shoe, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. You've probably seen other videos of this boot. This is from the Urban Wolf Club. I really like this boot. It's in this yellow, this kind of bright yellow, what reminds me of like a Timberland premium boot. And, I just was thinking, I want, as a YouTuber or, having a small channel, I have, I buy things sometimes for the channel, right? And this exact colorway is not a colorway that I would really use a lot. And I didn't really expect to like this boot a lot, but as you probably saw with my update video, I think this is an amazing boot. It's probably the best value you can get in a boot. And it's just like a great boot. Not that it's, only 150 bucks. It's just a really cool boot. I've kind of collapsed the toe a little bit and I love it. And I want to use this more in my rotation. So I was thinking, I've never seen a video where someone has taken a shoe grease, and I believe this is Nick's shoe grease. This was given to me by a friend, and I want to grease the boots to maybe dull this yellow a little bit more, and that will help it to get in my rotation a little bit. And I also kind of want to talk about something that's been on my mind with the boot community is Rose Anvil and how he kind of changed everything with his cut in half videos of how we look at boots and what we're looking for when we buy boots. And then like right now he's not doing a lot of boots, so part of this will be a plea to get some more boots like this on his channel, and hopefully not like my little channel is gonna convince anything, but you just never know. So again, let's just do this. So I have tested it out. So I was thinking about dyeing the boots, and I tried dyeing the tongue of this one, and it just looks really bad. This leather is so pigmented that the dye, I don't know, I'm not good at dyeing, I don't think. And so what I tried then was just that shoe grease, and you can get, Hubbard's shoe grease would do the same thing. I think this was just the one from NYX, but as you can see, it darkens it up quite a bit, kind of just knocks down the yellow, and I think it'll be easier for me to put in my wardrobe. So let's just do this. I've been waiting to do this. I love this boot, and I kind of want to see this welt too, because I do like this natural welt, but I would like to see it, a little bit darker. Not really dark, but you know what I mean. I don't have a ton, so this might be a complete fail, but I don't think you need a lot of this. So I'm just gonna get started, and we're gonna see how this goes. And I might be ruining the boot right now, but that's okay. And of course, with this stuff, it's gonna dry. So it's gonna be darker at first, and it's gonna dry. That's kind of a weird mark. That's just from the first spot I put it, so maybe it just soaked in too much there. But yeah, there you go. I'm probably ruining these boots, but it's okay. I mean, they were 150 bucks. Got them to do a video, and I just really liked them. So let's continue working on them. And we'll talk a little bit about the Rose Anvil effect of shoes and boots and everything. So, before Rose Anvil, we really didn't know a lot about what was going inside the boots. And actually, really before Rose Anvil and a lot of these other cobblers, I can give them credit, a lot of us were just buying probably just inexpensive shoes, just shoes at the mall. And then for some reason or not, YouTube started suggesting this stuff, and we got hooked. So, but we probably were buying that stuff, and then kind of realizing like what we want our boots to be made out of, what we want them to look like, what we want them to feel like under toe. I mean, I was buying Alan Edmonds dress shoes, which, their boots, which Rose Anvil has done, he knocks them really, really hard, and they deserve to be knocked hard because the boots aren't great. But the dress shoes I really like. They have a nice veg tan insole, and you break it in, it looks really good. So I still love them, but when it comes to the boot world, we're kind of obsessed about what we put in our boots, or what the manufacturers puts in the boots now, to the point where we might have been fine with Thursday, we might have been fine with the comfort that you got from Thursday, but now after you've watched Rose Anvil, you want a thick veg tan insole. So the effect that Rose Anvil had on the boot and shoe community is it's a positive effect, I really think. I mean, it got us thinking about what we're really putting, or what they're putting in their boots, and who we're going to give our money to. But as you might know with me, I still like boots that he hates. I still like my indie boots. I bought a pair of indie boots after I saw all of his stuff on the indie boot. But man, this is really soaking. I thought this was going to be enough. I don't know. We might be doing one boot or 1.5. And you know, that's okay. We're just going to go with it. We're just having fun. It's Sunday night, football's on, just watching it, and we're just oiling some boots that should never be oiled. That's what we're doing today. Okay. But it's been really good, but I do think some people maybe think too much about, oh, sorry about that, guys, about what's going into the boots. You know, I know for me, the Rose Anvil effect was I got to get rid of all my Thursdays, all my Allen Edmond boots, all that stuff, and I got to buy nothing but Pacific Northwest boots. It's got to be overbuilt, stitched down, full leather, everything, or nothing. That's what I thought. And then I kind of realized, you know, you work in an office, dude. You do not, I mean, no shame to guys who work in an office and who wear those types of boots. I'm not saying that. But for me personally, it's like, you know how long it took for me to break in my wife's MP Sherman? It felt like I was walking on bricks forever. And now that they're even broke in, they feel like way too overbuilt for me to use to the take in. So my thought is, you know, I think it's amazing. I think he really changed the game for you knowing what you're going to get. But, you know, we got to remember that not all boots are made to do, you know, the same thing. So, you know, a lineman boot or something, it looks really cool, but you may not need it. And I'm just saying, no shame if you don't need it. You're not having a Builder Pro is not that big of a deal. So this got a lot to work on here, but before I kind of use up more of this stuff, I'm going to try this boot, and I think it looks cool. I mean, it's going to dry a little bit, but compared to that one, kind of dig it. I mean, did I ruin the boots? I don't know. I like them. I think they're cool. Let's get some sort of thumbnail shot here. Hopefully that comes out good. Okay, let's go to this one. That dark spot's gone. I was low-key panicking about that when I did it. I did not realize it would make such a dark spot where it was at. Okay, so that's my opinion. I think Rose Anvil changed the game for the better. Hopefully it's getting, you know, people more acclimated into good quality shoes. I know that the callers on YouTube are doing the same thing. Some of my favorites are Steve at Betos, and you've got Trenton Heath and Revive Shoe Repair, Aaron from Revive Shoe Repair. They're also doing a really cool work, helping us to see what's kind of in the boots, which helps to have a little bit more buying power when we're going to buy our next pair of boots. But here's the one thing about the Rose Anvil effect that's a little bit of a negative. And again, I love that channel. I think it's a revolutionary channel, really. I mean, gosh, I'm using that kind of liberally, but it's just seeing what these boots look like and, you know, cut in half, seeing what you're getting for, I think is just an awesome channel. But one thing I think has been difficult is that he's kind of gone away from doing that lately. I mean, he's doing more mainstream brands, more of the, I don't know, like not sneakers, but he's doing a lot of like hiking stuff, a lot of, you know, just, and there are major brands that are kind of sitting out there that have not been done. And what I'm really thinking about is Truman. He hasn't done Truman, and he hasn't done Parker's. And there's probably a lot more, again, that's slipping my mind as I'm doing this video, kind of as a one-take style video. And I'm just thinking, man, we'd really benefit from seeing some more boots. It's boots like this boot company. I mean, it's a tiny little boot company in Leon, Mexico, and I would love to see what these look like cut in half. Now, I understand because you're not probably getting a ton of views. I'm just trying to rub it into the well right now, so if it looks weird what I'm doing. You're not going to get a ton of views on this boot, especially in a channel like his, and probably it would hurt this boot company because I think I might have hurt this boot company a little bit when I first released the video because it kind of inundated them with business. They were happy and the guy's super cool, but it's like maybe I should tell him before I release a video that he might have some more business coming, and I'm hoping the guys that purchase boots because of the videos, and it wasn't just my videos, there was a couple of YouTubers that were doing videos on this that kind of all came out around the same time, and it caused this guy, the Urban Wolf Club, to sell quite a bit of boots over the span of a couple of weeks. All right, so that's my thing. If we could find some more boots for Rose Anvil to do. It's like at one point I wanted to cut these in half just because I thought it would be kind of cool. I have cut a pair of Allen Edmonds dress shoes in half because there's like a whole other thing. There's like I'm a dress shoe guy, right? That's what I mainly wear, and there's no one really doing that either. I mean, there might be some smaller guys, but it'd be nice if Rose Anvil started doing some dress shoe comparisons, and again, more boots that we're wearing, instead of just the stuff that's more mainstream. But I get why he's doing it, but you never know. Just thought I would talk about it as I did this video, and I want you guys to tell me down below if you agree or just like a comment about it, so maybe we'll get some traction down in the comments below. Rose Anvil has seen my videos, and so that's cool. I was really stoked. Whoever was their channel, I am saying so much. I'm sorry. This is trying to like think about conditioning and talk at the same time, I guess, is maxing out my brain capacity, which I didn't think would, but this is what life has given me. I'm just being overly dramatic here. But let's get some comments out there about it and see what we can do. See if we can get Rose Anvil to do some of these smaller brands, to do the Parkers, the Trumans. I mean, Truman, I think of Parkers, I mean, they have a couple different lines. They have their stitch down now. They have their different lasts. I mean, there's a couple videos right there. You know, you can compare those to Grant Stone. I think Parkers compare really nicely to Grant Stone. And then you got Truman, which is more of a made in America, kind of not a step down from the Pacific Northwest giants like Nicks and Whites, but it is, you know, just a Goodyear welted shoe. When I say just a Goodyear welted shoe, that sounds pretentious, but I love Truman. I think they're amazing. I think the company's cool, and so let's see what we can do with that. Maybe we can, get some attention, have him do some of the smaller brands, maybe even do some more dress shoe brands, because some dress shoes are made really cool. If you're still watching at this point, you can check out Stridewise, as he's doing some like Indian brands and the different ways that they're made right now. It's just really cool stuff. So I would check that out. So man, I think these look sweet. They are going to lighten a little bit. I've got that much left, so I used about 3/4 of the container. But these things look great. It just kind of dulled that yellow a little bit. Just give it a little bit more of a orangey tan rather than the yellow. And now I think I'll be able to wear these more. And I'm going to wear these as like work boots around, kind of doing yard work, kind of doing stuff where I'm not going to mind getting water on them and stuff, or paint, water, yeah, big shocker there. And this will also protect them a little bit. So I just think these Urban Wolf Club boots are really cool. Maybe I can give you a shot of the insole real quick, because it is broken in really nicely. Can you see that? Yeah, it's just a cool boot. I like it. $150. I don't think you can do better for $150. I have had a couple troll comments on these boots saying that the leather looks cheap. It's not like you're getting a super amazing, 10 out of 10 leather. You're getting what you're getting with this style of a boot for $150, but I think it's just awesome. So I really appreciate you guys listening to my rambling on. I hope you liked this video. I know it was a little different, but please comment, like if you can, and subscribe, because I might be cutting these in half. I just think I'm going to be blown away by what I see inside these boots. Telling from how they're aging, I think these are going to be like really nice inside and really well built. So I might cut these in half. So if enough people subscribe, that might happen. And I appreciate every single view, every single comment. Keep them coming. And I'll pause the video, put laces in these, and we'll do the wrap up. All right, I got them under our pendant light so you can see them. I think they look really cool. I've already kind of told you to like and subscribe, so I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you on the next one. We'll do a little bit of footage here so you can see what they look like. All right. Have a good one, guys.